Inflation is the story of the moment. As you know, it's hurting all of us. The increasing cost of living, petrol, electricity, interest rates all heading up quickly, and they're squeezing household budgets. Vegetables have been especially hard hit. As you know, the humble iceberg lettuce hitting $10 and $11 a pop. It's become sort of emblematic of the crisis. We've found Australia's biggest consumer of lettuce. He prefers cos lettuce, but you'll be staggered at what it's costing. His name is Pig. He's actually a sea cow, or dugong, and he lives at Sydney Aquarium. I caught up with his senior keeper, Dayna Plater, at feeding time today and asked her, why lettuce?
So the cos lettuce is a substitute diet for our dugong here. The dugong naturally eats what we call seagrass, but unfortunately it is critically endangered here in Australia. So it's a protected species, and it means that our dugong has to live on a substitute diet of cos lettuce, and it was the most suitable thing that we could offer him as that substitute.
Well, we're about to meet him. He's a pretty big fellow, so talk us through just how much lettuce he consumes every day.
Yeah, so our dugong is about 300 kilos currently, and he'll consume on average 35 kilos of cos lettuce every single day. So Emily is currently hand feeding him, one of our keepers. This is how we hand feed our dugong. Now, the dugong's mouth is angled quite far down underneath. So as you can see, Emily has to put her entire arm into the water in order to hand feed him in a comfortable position. The tray of lettuce that I have in my hand is how we normally feed him. One of these trays goes in on average every 10 minutes, and it sinks to the bottom of the oceanarium, where he'll sit on the seafloor grazing on this all day.
Fantastic, and it looks wonderful. Cos lettuce, is it specifically cos lettuce, or do you mix it up a bit, and how much of it does he eat in a day?
Yeah, it is only cos lettuce. He will consume on average about 35 kilos every single day, and the cos lettuce is his favourite. We did go through a trial and error process when he first came into care, and unfortunately this animal here only likes the most expensive kind of lettuce that we have.
Well, let's have a look at him munching away again, and you can tell us what this used to cost a month and what it's costing you now to feed the dugong.
Yeah, so we were once upon a time paying about $7,200. We are now currently paying about $18,000
extraordinary.
a month.
So you're
$18,000 a month.
A month, yeah, $18,000 a month. That's extraordinary. The impact of inflation, hey? So is there any alternative? Are you looking at alternative supplies, or obviously you need to have it there every day?
That's right. So we are not looking for an alternative here. We are always going to try the best opportunity to give this animal what is required, what he needs. And Pig is a VIP, the very important pig. So he has to get the best of the best, which is the cos lettuce.
Okay, can you get down there and feed him as well, or are we leaving Emily to do that today?
So we'll now pass Emily this tray, and she's going to pop it in for him, and you'll be able to see him follow it down to the bottom of the oceanarium. But the most important thing is this right here. He's taking a big breath of air, and he's following it down to the bottom. Being a marine mammal, he breathes air just like we do. He can hold his breath on average 7 minutes. So down the bottom of the oceanarium, he's going to graze on that tray of lettuce, and he'll be back up here for the next one in 10 minutes.
That's fantastic stuff, Dayna. Thanks for talking us through that. Obviously a big cost to the aquarium, but you've got to look after the dugong. Of course, you talk about the seagrasses he normally would eat being endangered, but of dugongs themselves, how are they going in the wild? They're pretty endangered, aren't they?
Yeah. So the dugong is classified as a vulnerable animal to extinction. It means there's roughly about 20,000 individuals left in the wild. Unfortunately, their habitat being critically endangered means that there is going to become issues in the future.
Dayna, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck hunting for the cos lettuce on special wherever you can find it. And thanks too to Emily. And if you've got some way of doing it, please pass our thanks on to Pig.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll give him a back scratch for you. He loves that.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there. She obviously loves her work. Gee, I complain about my boys going through half a dozen apples a day. $18,000 a month worth of lettuce just at the moment. Those prices are supposed to go down maybe in a month or two. We'll see how we go.